Queridos irmãos e irmãs em Cristo, hoje falo a vocês com o amor e a orientação de sua Mãe Celestial, enquanto enfrentamos um mundo repleto de incertezas. Esses tempos turbulentos podem trazer desafios e provações inesperadas, mas lembrem-se, vocês nunca estão sozinhos. Assim como eu, Maria, cuidei de Jesus na tranquilidade de Nazaré, entendo profundamente a importância de criar um espaço de paz e proteção para suas famílias. É nesses lugares sagrados que a fé é nutrida e seus corações permanecem abertos à graça de Deus. Agora é o momento de preparar seus lares, não apenas no sentido físico, mas espiritual também. Seu lar deve ser um refúgio de oração, um lugar onde a presença de Deus seja sentida em cada canto. Comecem por encher suas casas como objetos sacramentais, imagens da Sagrada Família, crucifixos, água benta. Cada símbolo sendo um canal de graça divina, uma lembrança constante da proteção e do amor que o cercam. Esses itens não servem apenas para embelezar seu ambiente. The pursuit of growth, whether personal or professional, often leads us to chase after ideals that are impossible to fully achieve. Yet, according to Stoic philosophy, real progress doesn't lie in the relentless quest for perfection, but in embracing a mindset of acceptance and continuous improvement. True advancement comes from focusing on what is within our control, instead of stressing over standards that can never be fully realized. This shift towards patience and consistency promotes a healthier and more sustainable approach to life. It empowers us to evolve steadily, taking practical and persistent action toward our goals. Life is inherently unpredictable. Challenges arise when we least expect them, and their impacts are often beyond our foresight. However, a proactive approach to life's obstacles can reduce their emotional toll and prepare us to handle them with resilience. By mentally rehearsing how to approach adversity, we build emotional and psychological fortitude in Surrey. Any luck? Alicia shook her head, scrolling through another list of names. It's always the same. Every single person promoted to partner in the last 5 years is either a white man or a woman connected to one of the partners. Jenna leaned forward, peering at the tablet. What about performance reviews? Any inconsistencies there? That's the thing, Alicia replied. People like us, people of color, women without connections, our reviews are solid, above average even. But when it comes to promotions, we're simply not considered. Jenna nodded slowly, scanning the data. So it's not about performance at all. It's about who fits their idea of what a partner should be. Alicia sighed, closing the file on her tablet. It's bigger than that. It's a system, a way to keep things exactly how they've always been. Jenna's phone buzzed. She glanced at it, then looked back at Alicia. Marcus is here. He said he'll meet us in the conference room. Alicia gathered her things. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to command respect without even trying, while others struggle to gain it, no matter how hard they work for it? It's a tough reality, but one that many of us face. Respect isn't something we can demand. It's something we must earn. And we don't earn it through empty gestures or surface-level actions. We earn it through the integrity of our character. Today we're going to dive deep into how our daily habits shape the respect we earn and why sometimes the biggest obstacles to respect are rooted within ourselves. In this discussion, we'll focus on habits that are often overlooked, yet can have a profound impact on how we're perceived by others. We'll explore how Stoicism, with its emphasis on self-mastery, virtue, and perspective, provides powerful tools to transform our lives from the inside out. Whether you're a long-time Stoic or someone just beginning to explore these ideas. I promise this journey will challenge your assumptions and perhaps. Just making sure I've got everything lined up, Alicia replied, her eyes not leaving the screen. The last thing I want is for them to find any holes. Jenna leaned over, scanning the spreadsheet. You're being thorough as usual. This is airtight, Alicia. No one can argue with this data. Alicia exhaled, finally leaning back in her chair. I hope so. Going up against the firm like this, it's not something I ever thought I'd be doing. Jenna smiled, though it didn't quite reach her eyes. None of us did. But this is bigger than just us now, Alicia. Every seemingly small act of dishonesty, no matter how insignificant it may appear, gradually erodes the integrity we strive to maintain in our lives. These tiny lies and deceptions, when accumulated, form an invisible web that distorts our true selves and hides us from the world and from our own hearts. This is exactly what the Stoic philosopher Epictetus warned us against when he said, "If you wish to be a person of integrity, then let your actions be consistent with your words." The alignment of our actions with our words is not just an ideal to aspire to, it's the very bedrock of trust, which is essential for all meaningful relationships. Without consistency, trust withers, and the very foundation of respect becomes fragile. Consider the true cost of dishonesty, not only in how others perceive us, but also in how we view ourselves. Then let your actions be consistent with your words. The alignment of our actions with our words is not just an ideal to aspire to, it's the very bedrock of trust, which is essential for all meaningful relationships. Without consistency, trust withers, and the very foundation of respect becomes fragile. Consider the true cost of dishonesty. Not only in how can we genuinely... Are you ready for that? For everything that comes next? Alicia met his gaze without hesitation. We have to be. This isn't just about fairness, it's about accountability, about showing everyone here and everywhere that ignoring the problem won't make it go away. We've taken the first step. Now we need to keep moving forward, no matter how hard it gets. Jenna chimed in, her voice steady. One step at a time, remember? That's all we can do. Marcus offered a small, tentative smile. Then count me in. Whatever happens next, let's face it together. As he left the office, Alicia turned to Jenna, who gave her a reassuring nod. The road ahead would be long and fraught with challenges, but they had started something important. They weren't just fighting for themselves. They were paving the way for those who came after them, and that made every risk worth taking. As she pored over the document, her eyes grew heavy with fatigue. The tension in the air was palpable. Everyone seemed on. Built a reputation. But this kind of thing, it could derail everything you've worked for. Her heart raced, but she kept her voice steady. I'm not afraid of doing what's right. This isn't just about me. David chuckled softly, though the warmth never reached his eyes. It's always about you, whether you realize it or not. Make too much noise, and people start seeing you as a problem, and problems get solved. Alicia's pulse quickened. her own resolve hardening as she narrowed her eyes. Is that a threat? His smile widened fractionally, but his gaze remained cold. Not at all. Just some friendly advice. Be careful. The firm values discretion. You wouldn't want to make enemies here. A wave of anger surged within her, but she swallowed it down, refusing to give him the satisfaction. I think the firm values integrity more than you think. For the briefest moment, David's expression hardened before slipping back into its usual polished mask. We'll see, he said coolly. Their solidarity gave her strength. The next few days passed in a blur of meetings and casework, but the tension in the office only intensified. Whispers echoed in hallways. Eyes darted toward Alicia and the others when they thought no one was looking. Word had spread, and everyone knew something big was brewing. By Friday, the weight of the week pressed heavily on Alicia's shoulders. She sat at her desk, struggling to focus on the legal brief in front of her. When her phone buzzed with a new email, it was from Thomas. Monica Liu will be arriving on Monday to begin the investigation. Please be prepared to meet with her at 10 a.m. Alicia stared at the screen, a mix of relief and anxiety swirling within her. It was happening. There was no turning back now. Monday arrived swiftly, bringing with it an almost suffocating tension in the office. Alicia came in early, reviewing her notes and steeling herself for the meeting ahead. At precisely 10 a.m., she walked into the conference room. In the end, the need for constant validation can lead us to a life of disappointment and dependency. It's not about their actual work, it's about how they fit into the firm's culture. Alicia's mind flashed back to countless conversations with Jenna, Marcus, and others. They'd been told to wait, to prove themselves in ways that were never clearly defined. What happens next? Alicia asked, her voice steady, despite the storm of emotions swirling inside her. Monica paused thoughtfully. I'll compile my findings and present a formal report to Thomas Green and the partners. My recommendation will be to implement a complete overhaul of the firm's promotion process, including third-party oversight to ensure fairness and transparency moving forward. Alicia blinked, her pulse quickening. An overhaul? Yes, Monica affirmed firmly. The system as it stands is broken. If the firm wants to maintain its reputation and avoid potential legal ramifications, significant changes will need to be made. Alicia nodded, relief mingling with apprehension. This was what she'd hoped for, but it meant, I hope you're right, he said, his voice measured but laced with doubt. But David's a survivor. He'll fight tooth and nail to hold on to what's his. Jenna met Alicia's gaze, her jaw set, resolve hardening in her eyes. Then we fight harder, she replied firmly, her tone leaving no room for hesitation. We've come too far to back down now. Alicia nodded slowly, the flicker of fear that had once gripped her dissolving into something stronger, determination. She wasn't afraid anymore. Not of David, not of the firm, and certainly not of whatever challenges lay ahead. The truth was finally out there, hanging like an unspoken promise in the air. No matter how much resistance they faced, momentum was on their side now. They would see this through, to the bitter end if necessary. The office hummed with quiet tension, whispers threading through the spaces between desks as news spread. Monica L. had submitted her final report to Thomas Green and the senior partners. It was done. Alicia cool,